Test, test. Can you hear me back there? Nope.
Bill, do a test.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test. It's probably better.
Good?
Okay.
Higher? Go again.
Test, 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 test. That seems pretty good. That's pretty loud. Yeah.
How about now? Can you hear it? Yes? Great. Wow, what a crowded house. It's great. Good morning. I call this special meeting to order at 9:02 a.m. The purpose of this meeting is to announce the results of the special election called for by the petition. Present are Vice President William Link, Secretary Charles Kirby, Treasurer Deborah Isaacs, and myself, constituting a quorum. I also call to order a special meeting to appoint Board of Director vacancies at 9:03 a.m. Present are Vice President William Link, Secretary Charles Kirby, Treasurer Deborah Isaacs, and myself, constituting a quorum. Please silence all of your cell phones and electronic devices. And also, please stand for the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States and Texas flags. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Today we have a representative from Sonia Junfin Accounting to read the results of the election. Each line will be read one at a time. Should there be a need to pause the election special meeting, it will be paused and the appointment special meeting will commence to fill individual vacancies of the board. This process will be done for all 4 directors that were on the ballot. Once all 4 have been read and appointments made, if required, the appointment special meeting will continue in order to fill the final board vacancy. Members are reminded that there will be no member input during either meeting. Should any commentary or criticism be unprofessionally displayed, you will be removed by the constable from this meeting and not allowed re-entry. Thank you for helping us maintain a professional environment to conduct association business. A total of 1,708 ballots were mailed to membership. At this time, I will invite Pamela DeLolmo forward to read the election results for the line item pertaining to Maria Perkins.
Point of order. You are having 2 simultaneous meetings at a time, and that is not possible.
It actually is possible. Our legal representation has confirmed that, and I'm not going to stand here and argue with you, ma'am.
It's not in the bylaws.
We are not going to stand here and argue with this.
We're in 2 meetings at a time. We want a membership meeting. The meeting that was called by the petition was for removal of directors. That's correct.
And the only way membership can vote on removal of directors is by ballot. And the ballots have been mailed, and therefore the results will be read. So if you'd like to know the results, I'd invite you to have a seat so you can hear them. If not, then you're welcome to leave the meeting and watch it online.
You need to leave the meeting. We want the results all at once.
You will get the results the way they have just been told.
We cannot have 2 simultaneous meetings.
What I'm showing here is a special meeting, action item, appoint director vacancy.
Correct.
Also at the same time, a second meeting
Correct.
at the same time for results of special elections.
Correct.
2 separate meetings.
Which we can legally do. Our legal counsel has already certified this.
It's not in the bylaws. I'm sorry, you looked,
Because
Sheriff,
I have
and
looked
you
at the
don't see
bylaws.
that in the bylaws.
And they have the right to have a meeting.
They do have a right to have a meeting,
And-
which they will be able to have after this meeting.
So they have filed everything to have one prior.
They did not reserve the
I don't care if we reserved it or not. You need to sit down when we have a membership
They
meeting.
want to have a quick
Once
membership
again, I already called these meetings to order, so the meeting's on.
Okay.
So
She
come
did
on.
not. We are calling point of order.
Sheriff, there's no reason for them to call point of
Well,
order.
they can call point of order because in the bylaws that I read, they're entitled to their meeting.
At which point they can have after our meeting.
What I have,
It's a moot point to have it after you've appointed who you want. Just read the results.
Once again, the appointments will be made based off of the list that was sent to membership based on member inputs on who wanted to be considered for appointment. So once again, we're going to have Mr. Olmo come read the results so that you can at least hear what your ballot results are.
We want to hear the results in one shot, not as you appoint people.
they are the members.
And they are not presenting.
This is a membership meeting, not a board meeting.
The board has no authority in membership meetings. They are just members.
Go ahead and open the ballot.
They missed the 72 hours as well.
It's going to be that's why I'm here trying to.
They put a dispatch out on Thursday and it should have been put out on Wednesday. We didn't get our 72 hours.
And it was published.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me clarify something again, because it seems like we've lost sight of a couple of things here.
You have.
Ma'am, let me finish. You haven't even heard what I have to say yet.
I had a point of order.
Yes, ma'am, well, we've heard your point of order. Now you're going to listen to my point. Here's the deal. According to Property Code 209, the board may appoint for a vacancy. The bylaws, as we've already discussed, had a conflict in them as far as how to appoint somebody when a director is removed in the middle of their term. So again, based on the property code, which we have ad nauseum discussed with our lawyers over and over again, the board has every right to appoint a director as it sees fit for an interim opening, which this is, because no matter what, we already only have 4 members on this board, so we have an opening as it is. And in addition to that, if anybody gets removed today, it is the board who gets to choose the person who fills that seat. It is not the membership. That is written in Property Code 209. It is not debatable. Now, none of us in here are lawyers, myself included, but I'm going to tell you, we have discussed this with the lawyers at length. It is not open for debate. This is how the law is written, ma'am.
Our bylaws in paragraph 4, number 14 say that there are 4 reasons why you get to pick new directors. Death, incapacity, what are the other 2 girls?
So let me go ahead and stop you there, Linda. Here's the thing. It can't possibly cover every single eventuality in the bylaws, or the bylaws would be 10,000 pages long.
It does not say removal in our
You are,
bylaws.
yes.
Supersedes
So here's the
state
thing.
law.
The bylaws are incomplete, but if we were to include every possibility of what could cause a director to be removed, we would never stop writing the bylaws and they'd never get passed.
It does not say
So per our law firm, when there is something that is not covered, it defaults back to the property code.
We pay for it.
Yes, ma'am, your law firm is the ones that said that.
And we don't
Yeah, it is not debatable. That is what they
It
said.
is
So
debatable.
we are going to go ahead and we are going to move forward with this meeting.
Stop the meeting. They say whatever they need to say. We don't even get the opportunity to have a membership meeting. No, this is a special meeting. Membership meeting is in March.
Results of the ballot for Maria Perkins. No. We're going to just proceed.
Can we have 1 minute, please? Let us huddle for a second. Can we all 4 of us, let's step aside.
Results of the ballot for Maria Perkins. The results of this item are being read for the first time at this meeting. A total of 824 ballots were received by your firm. A total of 66 ballots were deemed invalid per the guidelines established on the ballot. A ballot of 758 ballots were deemed valid. Remove Maria Perkins as Director and President of Fort Clark Springs Association Board of Directors. 503 ballots voted yes. 255 ballots voted no. The majority vote for this line item is yes.
Thank you.
Point of order. Point of order. A point of order must be
At this time-
according to state law. A point of order.
At this time, I will turn the meeting over to Vice President William Link, who will assume presidency of the association.
Here's what we're going to do, folks. The point of order thing is going to stop, because frankly, we're not going to stand here all day while we do this. At this point in time, we're going to continue forward with this. If you have a problem with it, you are welcome to address it with us after this meeting. You are all welcome to stay and have your membership meeting after we're done. But this is not up for debate.
You're not going to appoint directors.
Folks, I will stand here as long as it takes for you to quiet down, because I'm not going to let you bully me into not following the law.
Take it out. Let the constable take it out.
What do we got here?
Just give us the results. It's a simple request. It is our meeting, not yours.
Sure. Okay. Let me ratify that. We're going to take a step aside again. Sit tight. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm not happy about it either. We'll be right back.
We're not either.
I don't know what the hell you're doing. I do. They can hear you. I make my point of order. This meeting was called legally by This meeting was called legally by a petition, a petition that was brought by more than 10% of the vote, which is all the state law requires. It was called because of that petition, and that petition must be honored. You were the signees of that petition. A membership meeting is not directed by the board.
Absolutely.
Our membership meeting was set in motion on the 30th, around about the 30th of December. And it was 3 months before the board decided that they had to have it. And they have to have it because of state law, not our bylaws.
Our bylaws supersede state law.
No, they do not. Not at all. Not at all. But state law sets this law.
No, it's not crazy. It is true.
Everything was in order.
Ladies and gentlemen, state law is number one. Okay?
If there are
Now,
no,
wait. The declarations are number two. They cannot conflict with state law. The bylaws are number 3.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to take control of the meeting back for just a moment, okay? I'm going to finish, and then you can go back to talking, because we're going to take a step aside, because here's the thing, folks. Since we want to play this game about what is and isn't the law, we're going to confer with legal counsel right now. So you're going to have to sit tight while we do that. So sit tight.
Just read the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to, and we will get there as soon as we can.
You can do it right now. Read the results.
Board meeting all day, just give us the
So you're
results.
going to spend more of our money refusing to read the results. Way to go, Ace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for that brief intermission. We are going to continue forward, as I just got off the phone with legal counsel, your legal counsel, who suggested that we follow the process as he already outlined and laid out for us. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So, moving forward. Mrs. Perkins, would you like to... actually, I'm going to address that real quick. So he actually mentioned that point of order is not valid at this particular type of meeting. And he also said that if you have a problem with that, the time to challenge it will be afterwards. So, I'm going to continue forward, and you all can just yell if you want, because it's not going to matter. Mrs. Perkins, would you like to address the membership? Okay, she's chosen not to address the membership. At this point, the election special meeting will be paused, and the appointment special meeting will commence to fill the vacancy of Maria Perkins. Directors, a list of interested candidates is in front of you. Is there a nomination on the floor to fill the board vacancy?
Read the results.
Read the results.
That's the only reason for it. One item of business, read the results.
Here's the thing, Brad. I'm not arguing.
Read all the results.
There is no point.
of secrets again. Read the results.
Read the results! Read the results! Read the results! Read the results!
So, as I was saying, before everybody started yelling again, we are going to go ahead and appoint a director to replace Mrs. Perkins. All the no's in the world don't change it, folks. It does not matter. Directors, you have a list of the candidates in front of you. And I'm going to ask you one at a time to place your vote. So I'll have you come up to the microphone because it's already hard enough to hear. So Debbie, if you would kindly come up and go ahead and tell us who you would like to nominate.
You don't have the right to it.
You don't have the right to do this. You do not have the right to do this.
Ma'am.
It is not a board meeting. It is not.
This is a members' meeting. This is a members' meeting. This was called as a members' meeting before it had nothing to do with
Give
it.
us the results and it's all
Read the
go
results.
home. Give us the results
Read
and
the
go
results.
home. It's so
Read the
simple.
results.
Okay, folks, listen. Both the constable and the sheriff, don't put your finger at me, sir. Both the constable and the sheriff have said that they are concerned about the safety of everyone here because of the way you are acting.
We're concerned about.
So I'm going to give you all, the membership, I'm going to give you a choice. We can either continue this meeting forward, or we can call it right now, and we can read these results later.
Good God!
But here's the thing, the results are still going to get sent out. And they'll get sent out electronically, and you'll know what they are. But we're not going to not read the results. It's just you can either calm down, and we can finish this meeting as called, or we won't. At this point, I would like to continue forward.
The purpose of this vote is to find out not for you to pick board members.
Ma'am, you do not write the law.
No, and you don't know it.
Okay. So, let's try this again. Debbie, would you like to come up here and give us a nominee?
Read the results.
I would like to nominate Jim Race.
All right, that'll be one vote for Jim Race. Chip?
We won't honor this. We'll do it wrong.
I would like to nominate Dustin Smith.
No, he's not.
Very well. I am the last one to vote. I will vote for Dustin Smith as well. Therefore, Dustin Smith will be appointed to the vacancy left by Maria Perkins.
You need to put the people in there from the last election that got the most votes. That's the right thing to do. That's why all this started in the first place.
So at this time, we're going to go ahead and move forward again with the appointment special meeting, or the election special meeting results, excuse me. I'm going to invite Pamela to come back up and read the results for, that'll be mine.
You guys didn't do a 72-hour notice on this meeting.
Linda, come on.
You didn't. They did it on Thursday.
It's all wrong.
Results of ballot William Link. The results of this item are being read for the first time at this meeting. A total of 824 ballots were received by your firm. A total of 67 ballots were deemed invalid invalid per the guidelines established on the ballot. A total of 757 ballots were deemed valid. Remove William Leake as Director and Vice President of the Fort Clark Spring Association Board of Directors. 475 of ballots voted yes, 282 ballots voted no. The majority vote for this line item is yes.
Excuse me, you're not a member.
At this point, I am turning over the meeting to Deborah Isaacs, who will take control from here on out.
What about Mr. Smith?
I do have something to say before I leave. First off, you all got what you wanted, so congratulations. You're not happy about that? I thought I'd get a round of applause. Lastly, I am very disappointed in the division in this community. Good luck to all of you.
We're going to finish the meeting as we have planned to do. We cannot leave the association.
We're not going to.
We can't.
Linda, you can't vote a member. You can't vote a director. Members don't have a right. Don't get shut up, sir.
All right. Members, please, let's finish this meeting. We have an association that is very important to everybody that lives here. Right now, Mr. Smith, Dustin Smith, are you here? Dustin, you need to be sworn in because we cannot do a vote. Again, your association has to conduct business today and tomorrow and Monday. If we
can do it differently. Point of order, you guys don't even have a quorum anymore. You don't have a quorum.
How can you do anything?
Right now, we have 2 members. We do have a quorum right now. But with 4 members, 2 members are a quorum. Next in line.
Read the results.
Read the results. We don't have a quorum.
Next in line is myself, Deborah Isaacs. Would you read the results?
Yes.
Pamela?
You can't.
Quit looking at
Read the results, ma'am. Read the results, ma'am.
Read the results.
She needs to be removed.
Our meeting only called for reading of the results.
That's all. Read the results. That's what this meeting is for.
Yeah, but they're asking her questions. She can't answer any of these questions.
I'm just saying, the next in line, because we do not have a quorum, 2 members of a 5-member board is not a quorum. Dustin Smith is not here. So we're just going to call the meeting and do it electronically.
Just read the results.
Read the results. That's the only reason we came.
Judge Cole, she's off the board. Read the results. Judge.
The meeting has been called.
Sheriff Cole, if they're going to call me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss O'Brien, you don't know me. Most of you don't.
No, we don't.
My name is Robert Mummy. I am a high school teacher at Lytle High School who's been making videos with my students for Fort Clark days. I have owned property in Unit 15, lots 25 and 26 for 5 years. I would like to finish though, please, please.
Nobody else has been able to get up.
I know, and that's sad. I bought my property.
Read the results.
I bought my property here 5 years ago because it was a very nice place to be. Excuse me. I'm really trying to help. Ma'am, I am in the pocket, please. I am in the pocket of no one. If I were put on the board today by this board, and I'm trying to be nice.
Read the results, please.
Mr. Kersey, we are doing what your lawyer told us we needed to do. We cannot leave this association unprotected. Matter of fact, we're going to go call him again.
Read the results.
What, Debbie? Sir, if you're going to call, place the call on the mic.
Sharon, we need to read the results.
I'm actually very good with that.
This is the lawyer's meeting.
This is the association's lawyer.
This whole meeting is gone.
If you want to talk to the association's lawyer, I'd suggest we just be quiet while we do this.
We don't want to talk to the association.
We just want the results. It's all they want.
That has not but one purpose, called by the members, and that's the result. We paid for these results, we
You've reached a voicemail for
They never talked over in the first place.
Debbie, we need to read the results. Sharon, two more. To read the results.
David, we just want the result.
Two more. That's all we need.
Being Dustin Smith is not here, the other nominee was Jim Race. Jim Race, would you take the nomination of Maria's position?
No, I thought you just
All right, we're done. We're going up to talk to the lawyer in the office. If y'all want to stick around here, I don't know that you reserved the room for a meeting. I know it was reserved for the special meeting, but we will go talk to the lawyers and see what his plan is now. Why didn't y'all come and talk to us when we got offered the opportunity to talk?
She ran y'all, she ran us. It's not going to happen.
Mr. Race, will you take the nomination so we can at least adjourn the meeting?
No, take this.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is a fellow member. Please, at least be courteous to a fellow member who courageously put his name on that list.
This is all a manipulation of the meeting.
Linda, you know what our attorney told you, and you're going totally against what she said.
Thank you.
I'm not don't want to hear from
Oh, you weren't there.
read two more names.
you. Point of order.
But you still have to, you still have to.
I am going to give the point of order. The point of order is.
You take the microphone, Ann.
And we have not adjourned this meeting. We're going to swear in somebody, so we've got a majority of the vote. And then if, yes, it is my mic. At this point in time, the meeting was turned over to me. It is my
You
mic.
have two directors, you don't have a quorum.
They will when they
You
swear.
do not have a quorum. It's all illegal. And you didn't notice the meeting for 72 hours. So that makes the meeting illegal as well.
Raise the ballot. We'll get rid of it. Raise the ballot.
I can't find the doggone.
Just read the ballot.
You guys have no quorum to do this.
We have a member that has been nominated. He is willing to take the appointment to at least adjourn this meeting. Then why did y'all not protest that when the ballots came out? I have not, I as a board member have not seen that.
We never even saw the ballots go out. We weren't given mailing labels. You guys didn't follow the directions.
Because the office staff was not here, that has, the only person that can do that black system that does the mailing labels was not here.
For 2 solid weeks. How
She was on vacation.
convenient. Nobody else can push the button and get the
Just read the ballot.
All I am looking for is the swearing in for this member.
Yeah, you just want to adjourn a meeting so you swear in, because now you have a quorum. That is ridiculous. Manipulation again.
Read the results.
We want the results.
I do not have the results.
Get her over there.
That lady has the
Reading the results. Read the results.
That's why you asked you to read it.
On what? Do what?
They're conducting 2 simultaneous meetings at the same time, trying to appoint.
And your lawyer is the one that said to do this. This is the same lawyer that Dan Sullivan, Mr. Lawrence, Bill Herman, John Hope all hired.
Your lawyer does everything that Maria tells him to do. That,
No.
she came up with this appointment business.
That's the only reason to
Get the results. We want to know, and I have the right to be appointing directors if you're a bull.
As a board member, I have the right.
You're not a member until you read the results.
No,
That's
this other position needs to be made first.
no, it does not. Both of you could be out of here if you're appointing directors. That's totally illegal.
That's right.
The were basically removed. You can look at papers all you want. This is bullshit.
Our own attorney told us. Reverts back to the law.
Read the results. You don't have to worry about Maria Perkins. She's gone. Read the results. We paid for these results as an association. We should have it. Read the results. Must be they don't want to read it. They're out. Read the results. Read the results. Read the results. Read the results. Read the results.
My name is Sandy Hagan. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I was part of the petition to remove committee. I was also on the board for 5 years. I helped write the declaration and the bylaws, and I know exactly what's in the law. They are correct in that the board may appoint directors. Okay, now wait, stop.
We want to discuss that in a membership meeting.
Wait, I'm just trying. Linda, please, just let me finish.
You don't belong up there.
And you don't.
Well, go ahead and say what you want to say.
Okay, now, we were a little disturbed by the fact that a removed director could appoint the replacement. However, our own attorney gave us two choices. You allow the meeting to go forward with the way that the board has set it up, or you call a special election. However, if you call a special election by state law, any removed director stays in that position until they are removed by special election, which means if you truly do not want this board to continue, you would have this board continuing as long as it took to set up a special election. Wait, Linda.
We want to do something different.
And I'm also asking, ladies and gentlemen, please, we're all members. Even the board members are members. And there are some people in here that want to hear the results. Wait, and that's what I'm getting at. Even though you may not agree with how they're being done, we as a membership need to hear this. I would rather sit here and let them do their thing and then have a membership meeting, and you could, if you want to have another recall or another removal, Linda, I worked with you for weeks.
We don't care. We are not going for another recall.
Okay. And you were at the attorney's office when she told what I just said. And you,
so there we go.
And you're not an attorney. Okay, all I'm asking.
Neither are you.
I know that. Even I, who helped sponsor the petition, would like to hear the results. And the board is doing what the HOA attorney told them to do. They gave him instructions. We have it in writing. So we have two choices. We can act in an appropriate manner, allow our membership to hear what needs to be heard, and then if we have complaints after that, we can certainly discuss it from there. They allowed me to do this because I explained to them that I was one of the ones that sponsored that petition. Okay, so anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm just asking for a little decorum and a little patience.
At this time, Charles Kirby is going to swear in Jim Rice.
Raise your right hand, sir. I, Jim Reyes, do solemnly swear that I will uphold and support the Declaration of Protective Restrictions, bylaws, bylaws and regulations governing the administration of Fort Clark Springs. I further swear that I will represent the interest of the membership to the best of my ability.
I further swear that I will represent the
interest of
and membership to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
This is Jim Rice. Jim Rice. R-A-C-E. Race. No, not rice. Race.
Okay, so we now have Dustin Smith and Jim Race
No.
as board members.
No, Dustin was not.
Dustin has not been sworn in yet.
But he was voted in,
He was
right?
voted in to replace Maria Perkins' position.
Okay, he's
Jim
in.
Race has
Now
been voted
Mr.
in to
Race
replace
is
Bill
in.
Link's position. We will now move forward with reading the results of Debbie Isaac's
One at a time.
election.
Would you please read the results of Deborah Isaacs?
Results of ballot, Deborah Isaacs. The results of this item are being read for the first time at this meeting. A total of 824 ballots were received by your firm. A total of 67 ballots were deemed invalid per the guidelines established on the ballot. A total of 757 ballots were deemed valid. Remove Deborah Isaacs as Director and Treasurer of the Fort Clark Springs Association Board of Directors. 484 of ballots voted yes. 273 ballots voted no. The majority vote for this line item is yes.
I will now turn this meeting over to Charles Kirby.
The election special meeting is paused and the appointment special meeting will commence to fill the vacancy of Deborah Isaacs. Directors, Jim, a list of interested candidates is in front of you. Is there a nomination on the floor to fill this board vacancy? Please step to the microphone.
I nominate Rihanna Hay.
She's gone. She's here. Is she here?
Ms. Hay, are you here? Ms. Hay, will you accept the appointment? Okay. Raise your right hand. Please come to the microphone. I, Rihanna Hay,
I, Rihanna Hay,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and support
that I will uphold and support
the Declaration of Protective Restrictions,
the Declaration of Protective Restrictions,
bylaws and regulations
bylaws and regulations
governing the administration of Fort Clark Springs.
governing the administration of Fort Clark Springs.
I further swear that I will represent the interest of the membership to the best of my ability.
I further
Swear
swear
that I will represent
the interests of the membership to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Go ahead and have a seat. This is the list. At this time, the appointment special meeting is paused and the election special meeting will commence. I will invite our auditor to forward to read the election results for Charles Kirby.
Results of ballot Charles Kirby. The results of this item are being read for the first time at this meeting. A total of 824 ballots were received by your firm. A total of 66 ballots were deemed invalid per the guidelines established on the ballot. A total of 758 ballots were deemed valid. Remove Charles Kirby as Director and Secretary of the Board, Fort Clark Springs Association Board of Directors. 488 of ballots voted yes. 270 of ballots voted no. The majority vote for this line item is yes.
All gone. They're all gone.
Now we can vote for a new board.
Nope, that's not the law, guys. Not the law.
But you're taking over the meeting. Oh, I'm sorry.
Please don't leave us. I know this is crazy. Come back because we're going to need you forever. Okay, just I apologize on behalf of the crazy.
Okay, so I'm off the board. I just wanted to address these two individuals here are on the board and they will be replacing my spot and a fifth spot. Dustin Smith replaced Maria Perkins. He is not here to be sworn in and can be done at a later time. So after y'all appoint two individuals, you can close the meeting. Thank you very much.
I'm saying this
just witnessed is the board getting voted out and manipulated. Who gets
Sit down, you got what you wanted already.
No, I haven't, and I already
That's all right.
And they manipulated who got voted in.
I. T is 4 letters and I is not in them. All you have done, lady, is stood up there this whole damn meeting
And
and
I'm
said,
going to continue to do it because we don't
All
know
you've
who
done is
you
said
are.
aye. You even have one of your petition members that went against you. All you've done is run your mouth.
Anyway, have fun, guys. They don't even know what to do.
They know what to do, they can read.
Yeah, right.
They're not biased, so sit down. I'm standing up. I'm gonna stand up.
Sheriff, go get Mr. Bordelon out of here.
There you go.
Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You guys don't have a quorum.
They don't need one by law, buddy. One
Anything is better than Maria Perkins.
Okay, this is, just, go ahead.
I nominate Sandy Hagan.
Sandy, can you come up here so I can swear you in?
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yes. You want me to read it? I, Sandy Hagan, do solemnly swear that I will uphold and support the Declaration of Protected Restrictions, bylaws, and regulations governing the administration of Fort Clark Springs. I further swear that I will represent the interests of the membership to the best of my ability, so help me God.
So, Smith is not here. I don't think so.
Yeah, Michael can be.
I nominate Robert Lummy.
I agree. Robert Mummy.
I, Robert Mummy, do solemnly swear that I will uphold and support the Declaration of Protective Restrictions, bylaws, and regulations governing the administration of Fort Clark Springs. I further swear that I will represent the interest of the membership to the best of my ability. So help me God. When I read the bylaws at 4 o'clock this morning, it said immediately following the installation of officers, you can have the organization according to the bylaws before it's adjourned. Well, I mean, I've got the bylaws on my phone. Okay, but is that not correct? Okay.
We have, okay, the five people replaced, and I would like to reiterate that state law and the 209 HOA law takes this from the corporate law. Even if only one director remains, that director may appoint all other directors. None of us like it, but that's the way our legislators wrote the law. And so just the 5 members are Dustin Smith, who has not been sworn in, and if he refuses, we will have to appoint another. Brianna Hay, Chris Race, Robert Mummy, and Sandy Hagan. Jim Race. Well, this says Chris. Sorry, Jim Rice, but that's what my little thing says. Okay, what we still have to do is select officers and let you know which of the directors has 1 year remaining or 2 years remaining. There will be an election in 2021, and in the past, when 3 directors have come up for election, removing a quorum from a board has never proved very efficient if they all leave at one time. So the bylaws were changed that there's 3 positions opening in 2021, that of the third most votes serves for 2 years rather than 3, which will allow our elections to replace directors 2, 2, and 1. So we always have some experience on the board. So some of us will serve for 2 years and some only have 1 year left, because all we're doing is fulfilling the remainder of a term. Okay? So we will have to choose among ourselves officers. You're welcome to stay if you'd like, or do. No. Well, that's at an annual meeting. I'll ask the members. Do you want us to do this now, or do you want us to give you 72 hours to think about it, or notify you electronically? Okay. Let's check. thought you being temporary there. Okay. Rihanna has requested that she be not given an officer position and would like to be a director. However, we may call on her for vice president if for some reason I'm hit by a bus. Okay, they asked me to be president because I've got board experience. We have our treasurer over here, Jim Race, and our secretary over here, Mr. Mummy. And I'm not, and Dustin has not been sworn in, and if he chooses not to be sworn in, then we will have to appoint yet another person. So if that becomes a reality, we will again ask our members to submit their names, because we're pretty much through this list, and can submit their names for that 5th position if Dustin chooses not to. Okay? The entire list was Michael Ketty, Jim Race, Dustin Smith, Joanna Hay, Jim Rice, Robert Mummy, Sandy Hagan, Bill Herman, and Guillermo Guzman. And yeah, well, we don't know about Dustin yet. So he's been nominated, and we will check with him first. If he says no, then we will pick a 5th one. If he says yes, then he'll be sworn in. Okay?
Sandy?
Would you like to have a new list, or you want me to just continue?
Sandy.
All right, we'll keep this list.
Sandy.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to the board about a member issue in private, because it is.
Certainly. Okay, now this is a special meeting. It is not a board business meeting. It is not a...
But it has to do with this.
Wait. This is a special meeting. I will tell you up front. The removal of directors has come so seldom, and never that I could find in the past history of Fort Clark Association have all directors been removed. One has been removed in the past. So there's nothing in our bylaws addressing a lot of these issues. So obviously we've learned some things from this, and we're going to have to correct our bylaws. But this is a special meeting. It has its own definition. If you have questions after the meeting, you're sure welcome to come up and ask. We'll stick around for a while. Other than that, we're going to adjourn the meeting because the business on the agenda has been handled. Okay? All right. Okay. Do I have... Board members, do you agree to adjourn the meeting? Say it loud. All right. Meeting adjourned.